And we're going to jump right into the tutorial. So don't be surprised if I'm not speaking, because if you know anything about putting on lashes, you know how serious it is. You need to focus and, you know, just really have that time and quietness to like really apply, because you don't want your lashes crooked or anything of that nature. And before we jump right in, I do want to give a breakdown on how the show usually goes. So the point of the show is to break down beauty tutorials just a little more in depth, because if you're anything like me, when you watch them the first time, you try it and you're like, okay, you know, I could use a little more work. So, you know, guests and viewers will be able to join in live. So the link should be below where you can join in and ask questions. You could even jump in live. And if you want to join in and, you know, do the lash application process with us, feel free to do so. But yeah, we're going to get right into it.
All right. Hey, best friend. That's my best friend. Thank you guys so much for having me. My name is Bola. She had already introduced me. I am the founder of Bola Lash. And I'm so excited to be here to show you guys how to put your lashes. So first and foremost, I would like to debut one of our newest products. And we have our Bordeaux 5-piece lash kit. And that includes some of our best sellers. So we've got Pinot Noir, Pinot Grige, Viognier, and PS I Love You. So in the spirit of Wind Down Wednesday, we are going to debut our Bordeaux 5-piece lash book. But first, before I even get into the tutorial, first and foremost, I get so many questions from people. Hey, what kind of lash do I get? I have round eyes, almond eyes, I have hooded eyes. What kind of lashes work best for me? So we designed this so that everyone would be able to find a lash that works best for their eye shape, and just for their situation in general. So if you're going out, if you're town, if you're having a business meeting, you've got something there. You know that's gonna work. So the first one here, we've got Pinot Noir. This is what we would describe as a round. So what that means is that the inner corner and the outer corner of your lash are going to be the same length. So then moving on to Merlot, which is one of my favorite lashes, we would describe that as a flare lash. That means that the inner corner is shorter than the outer corner. So our outer corner is going to give us that cat eye flare that some of us are looking for. So if you have an almond-shaped eye, I would suggest Merlot for you. Then we have one of my favorites, Pinot Grige. Now, Pinot Grige is super wispy, and what that means is that you've got a good amount of distance between your lash tendrils. And what a tendril is just a grouping or bunch of hairs. And so with our Pinot Grige lash, it's very, very wispy. So you've got a good amount of distance between tendrils. And then you've also got varying lengths. So you've got your short, your long, and they've got it mixed in there. So it looks really, really good on your eye. So then moving on to Viognier, like Pinot Noir, it is a round lash. So what that means is that your inner corner and your outer corner are going to be the same length. And you don't have to so much worry about the lash weighing down your eye or getting that droopy effect that you can get when you have a flare lash that's too big for you. And then next, we're going to move into PS I Love You. Now, the thing about PS I Love You, PS I Love You has sold out in the single packaging. So if you're interested in getting your hands on a PS I Love You lash, you're going to have to get the Bordeaux 5-piece lash kit. And so what I love about PS I Love You is it's very similar to Pinot Noir. However, it's a flare. So it's almost like a Pinot Noir with the flare, right? Yeah, I guess we'll describe it that way, right? Yeah. And so people love it. So if you're like, you know, just getting into lashes and you're like, you know, I don't want something that's super, super heavy, but you know, I do want people to notice that I'm, you know, I've got something on. The Bordeaux 5-piece lash kit is definitely for you. So before we jump into the tutorial, I'm going to take just a second to make sure that I've got the right lash adhesive. Just give me one sec.
Sure. Awesome. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them down below. If anyone would like to join in at any time and, you know, apply the lashes with Bola, that is welcome as well. In the meantime, feel free to let us know where you're tuning in from. I'm tuning in from Springfield, Massachusetts. 413, my hometown. Super excited. So thank you for this. So thankful for this opportunity. So shout out to Channel 7 and everyone. Everyone's going super hard. It's launch week, and we are super excited. And I am so excited to be on this journey. But yeah, feel free to drop any questions. Thank you, Tanisha.
Oh, we love Tanisha.
Yes, we love Tanisha.
Now, Tanisha is a Boulevard babe to the fullest. She is what we call a Boulevard insider. So we've kind of got like this cool kids club. Or it's just like, people that have supported us like from the very, very beginning. And later on, we'll get into the Boulevard story and kind of jump into our history a bit. But people like Tanisha have been with us from the very, very beginning. We're, always super excited to know what we've got, coming up next.
For sure.
Every time we restock, every time we drop, the same people are always there and super visible. And baby, we see you and we love you.
Yes, we do, Tanisha.
Thank you, Tanisha. Thank you, Tanisha.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, I'll drop something in your DM, girl. I'll drop something in your DM. Got something for you.
But Bola, before you even get started, is it possible to bring the lash look a little closer to the camera? Because just so people can kind of really see what's going on in there. Because, got some goodies. Okay. Yeah, just open it up a tad and, give them a little look-see. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Love it. Awesome.
Perfect. So now we're going to jump into the tutorial, right? This is the moment that we've all been waiting for. So
for sure.
First, I'm going to disappoint you. I'm going to disappoint you really quickly and let you know that I'm not going to tell you anything that you haven't heard. I'm not going to tell you anything that you haven't heard. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not. But here is where I'm going to encourage you to actually really, really do this with me so that we can follow the instructions and figure out where we go wrong in our lash application, right? So before I even really jump in, what's key? Making sure you let your glue get tacky. So if you came here, hoping to get like some holy grail of a secret tip, it's not there. But what is really important is that you make sure that you wait for your glue to get tacky. And that is key. So now we're going to jump into it. So we're going to start with what? We're going to do... How about this? Can I let the crowd decide? Can I let the viewers choose? Does anyone have anything that they want to see me in? Like any lash that you've been like eyeing for a while and you just want to see it
any recommendations? Yeah. Wow. Yes, the background blur. So yeah, I mean, hey, I'm here, so I would love to see P.S. I Love You. That is my fave. You know what I mean? So we love to see her. But then again, like, okay, I'm being biased, obviously. You guys have seen her on me. If you've seen me, been on my socials, that's all I've been wearing. It's literally my fave. I'm a lover girl. I just loved everything about the lash. But if there's something a little heavier than P.S. I Love You, then I will go with that one.
Okay. I just wanted to see if I could get this blur off of my phone. And I don't know if I was able to accomplish that. But all right. So wait. So did we say P.S. I Love You? Was that the final answer?
Yeah. Or I said if there's anything a little heavier. Or is
it definitely. You know what? We'll do Viognier. So Viognier is actually very, very heavy. It's very heavy, and it's one of my favorites. So we'll do that. So first things first is, when you're taking your lash out of your tray, you want to make sure that you're grabbing it by the inner corner or the outer corner and by the band and not the hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to take some of my adhesive. Sorry, this has got some latex in it, so it's a bit gunky, but that works out for the best because the thicker it is, the tackier it is, and the easier it is to apply. So, Lani, I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need for you to kind of keep count for me. So I've got glue on this one here, and we want to let this one sit for about 30 to 45 seconds. I'm going to go in, grab the second one, grab some glue to that, and let that sit for about 30 to 45 seconds as well.
For
sure.
sure.
Nothing fancy. I don't have.
Yeah. And one thing I do know, this step is literally like probably the most important step. It's literally like quintessential to nailing the application, because if you don't let it dry and get tacky, there's a possibility that it'll be a wet application. Now your eye is running. If anyone has ever had that issue where your eye is leaking, to be honest, I'm having that issue today. I'm throwing it out there. I'm being vulnerable. And, you know, I let it dry. I honestly think it's because I have on one of our heaviest lashes, which is Olga. And that's from our 25 millimeter collection. And I was like, you know, we're going to go big or go home. And, you know, but it's comfortable. I don't feel it, but I possibly could have cut a corner. And I'm sure Bola will get into that in terms of like measuring to your eye, because that's also very, very important.
You know what?
More than meets the eye when it comes to this.
Really great point. I really actually want to dive into that a little bit. So I happen to have very long almond eyes. And what that means is the length from the inner corner to the outer corner is pretty long. So lashes, so generally I don't have to trim my lashes. Now, if you tend to have smaller eyes, what that means is, you know, the length from here to here. Now, if you happen to have smaller eyes, you're going to have to trim your lashes. Now, if you do not trim your lashes, what happens is you get this droopy sort of effect that actually ends up making you look tired and a little older than you really are. So what you do is you want to take the lash, place it on your natural lash line, and whatever you've got hanging over, you want to cut that with a small pair of scissors. And so, as I said, personally, I've got long eyelids, so I don't have to do that. But if you've got smaller eyes, make sure you don't skip that step.
For sure. So we seem to have a question.
Okay, what's the question?
Well, so the question is, what is your favorite lash glue?
What is my favorite lash glue? It is so funny that you guys asked that. So right now I am using the Duo Quickset Strip Lash Adhesive. And this one has latex in it. But since you asked, I'll be the one to let you know that Boulevard, we've actually been working on our own lash adhesive that is latex free. So for our girls out there that have latex allergies or have sensitive eyes, you know, if you're one of those people that are just always rubbing your eyes, you know, mascara tends to get your eyes sort of red and irritated, a latex free lash adhesive is something that you need. And so we've been working on this lash adhesive for over a year. We finally settled upon a formulation that we love. So unfortunately, we weren't able to debut that today. But if you go to our website, sign up to become a Boulevard Insider. As soon as we launch our Boulevard Lash Adhesive, you'll be the first to know.
For sure.
All right. Yes, so I think we let this sit, right, for about 35 to 45 seconds. I would even say closer to a minute. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eye, and I'm holding the lash here, as you can see, and I'm going to apply it to my natural lash line as close to my natural lashes as possible. And so what I do, as you can see, is I press it in the middle first. I secure the middle. Then I move on, secure the outer corner.
Is that a professional for sure, barehanded and all.
And then I move on to secure the outer corner. And so it's not even really quite on there the way I want to get it on there. Let's see, let's press it down. Don't be afraid to get in there. I feel like, you know, if you wear contact lenses, then you should not be afraid or intimidated by putting on lashes. I wore contacts for Halloween, and I was like, my goodness, I have so much respect for people that have to do this every day because, yeah.
Yes, for sure. When anything around your eye area can be very intimidating, but once you get the hang of it, it'll be super easy.
All right, what you think, guys? How you like me now?
I'm loving it. You can totally see the difference immediately.
The difference a lash makes.
Yes, it does. You look beautiful.
Thank you. So
before and after.
Yeah. Oh, you're so sweet, sugar. So on this side, we've got Viognier, our after, and this is our before. And then before our lash glue dries for this one, right? Because we're just chatting so much. Let me hurry up and put this one on, right?
For sure.
All right. All right. And
so feel free to let us know where you're joining in from, and feel free to keep the questions flowing. We're coming to the end of this tutorial. As you can see, she already has both of her lashes on, and she's just securing the last lash. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I mean, is she on there or she's all right? So this is, this is real. This is real time. All right. So we're gonna put just a little more glue because I was chatting it up and let my glue dry. So we're just gonna add a little
that
more.
does happen. Right. And while you're doing that, I can just definitely explain that does happen. It can be a hit or miss with your lashes. Clearly, like I said, I've been putting on lashes for I don't even know how many years. I practically wear them every day, and I still happen to have a malfunction. A lash malfunction is the last thing you want to happen, especially when you have anywhere to be. But it happens, and the key to that is to literally just kind of stay calm and just do what you can to kind of do cleanup. As you can see, once she realized that it wasn't sticking, she didn't waste any time. She took it right off and was like, okay, let's start over. And that's the reality of it. But, your best bet is to allow yourself 30 extra minutes at least when you're preparing to get ready. So you have the time to, have a trial and error with the lashes. But once you get the hang of it, it's literally super easy. You will definitely become obsessed. Once I put one on for the first time, it was over. Now it's like I literally can't see without my lashes. Like, where are my lashes? Do not know.
And so I think you made a really great point about giving yourself time. I think the most frustrating thing is when you're rushing, to do your lashes, you're rushing to do your makeup, and the process just isn't fun. And it takes the good feels out of it. So always give yourself time so you can actually enjoy getting dressed and getting ready. All right. And so I don't know if you guys saw, but I took off the other one because I wasn't getting, the close. It just wasn't as close to my lash line as it could be. And it's just if I ain't gonna do it right. And so how's that? That looks great. And then we're just gonna reapply this closer to my natural lash line. And you guys see, what did I say? The key is letting that glue get tacky because then it's so easy to just place it on, and it's not just sliding. You don't have this goo, just sliding around on your eyelid, So yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Beautiful. Yes, we love it. We love it. So time flies when you're having fun. So we're in the process of wrapping up. You made it just in time. You got both of your lashes on. We love a good lash application. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, there was a lot more that I wanted to sit down and talk to you about. We didn't even get a chance to get to our girl chat segment, but next week, we're here every Wednesday. So feel free to, join in. Wind Down Wednesdays next week. We will be having another special guest, another dear friend of mine, Prissy Girl Nails. Well, she will be showing us how to apply press-ons the right way. And yes, I say the right way because there's more to it than meets the drugstore. And these are custom press-ons. So I'm super excited about that episode. You guys make sure to tune in and feel free to, continue to ask any questions We will definitely be having Bola back. It'll be very cool to have you come back, debut more products, show us how to take care of your lashes. People think once you put them on, you're done, but no, especially our lashes, you can wear them up to 20 times. Yes, 20 with the proper care. So it'll be awesome to have you back. And we want to thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
beautiful.
So much for
you did
having
amazing.
Me.
Yes, of course. And let us know where we can find these lashes, where we can find you, what you have going on. Really quick.
So you can find us at www.blvdlash.com. So that's Boulevard Lash. And you can also find us on Instagram at Boulevard Lash Company. So that's BLVD Lash Company. And thank you so much for tuning in. And because you tuned in today, we've got a special promo code just for you. Use promo code GIRLPOWER for 30% off your next purchase. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you back next week.
Premiering April 8th on Channel 7.
It's a strong indication that your partner has issues with commitment, period.
When you've got questions, she's got the answers.
We do have a caller.
But what she says might not be what you want to hear.
Solutions to that is Gullah Jack. Gullah Jack tells you plain and simply to just nut the up.
Queenie Unfiltered. Watch live on YouTube and you could be invited on the show. Premiering April 8th, 9/8 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
America, land of the free. It's at the core of who we are. Freedom. The freedom to live without fear, to drive through all 50 states, to sleep safely in our own beds, the freedom to jog where we please, to watch birds in the park, to wear a hoodie, the freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because no matter your religion, gender, disability, age, race, all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. His real name is Darion, and we call him Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's affection, attention, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. The craziest thing was believing that your dad knew everything. So as a dad, you felt like you had to know everything. You had to get everything right. It's okay to make mistakes. Just do it from the right place. As long as it's coming from love, then, it kind of starts to work itself out. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job. I'll say my kid's pretty dope.
There is a road laid out for me. Leading down to
boxes everywhere. And this is gonna be Addie's room.
I am blind, but I need not see.
I think you're really gonna like it.
I know this road is there for me. There is a love waiting for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Waist down by the river. I am blind, but I need not see. I know this love is there for me.
Nice and slow.
If
I got this.
Free, take me down to the river
Nice.
and watch me.
Okay. What do you think?
Jason,
Let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner. Go.
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were on my team.
If a natural disaster shows up at your doorstep, you can't just turn it away. That's why it's important to prepare for emergencies before they show up. Go to ready.gov/plan to find the tools and tips you need. And make a plan today.
America, land of the free. It's at the core of who we are. Freedom. The freedom to live without fear, to drive through all 50 states, to sleep safely in our own beds, the freedom to jog where we please, to watch birds in the park, to wear a hoodie, the freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because no matter your religion, gender, disability, age, race, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. His real name is Darian, and we call him Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's affection, attention, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. The craziest thing was believing that your dad knew everything. So as a dad, you felt like you had to know everything. You had to get everything right. It's okay to make mistakes. Just do it from the right place. As long as it's coming from love, then, it kind of starts to work itself out. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job. I'll say my kid's pretty dope.
Hello, welcome to What's the Word with Kay Hickson. We are closing out Wind Down Wednesdays. Y'all just watched my girl Lani and my girl Bola teach y'all how to put some lashes on. Make sure you always always, tune into Beauty Tutorials Unveiled on Wednesday at 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Central. So let's start it off. Easter just passed. And, I had a nice week, and I hope everybody had a great week. And, my name is Katie. So let's introduce myself. I'm Katie or Kat or Kathleen or Kay, whatever you're into, go with it. Because I'll probably respond to it if it got a K in it. I'm a published author. I just launched my first book in December of 2020, December 4th. And now this is my next new project. And here I am. I have my own show. This is very new for me. I'm usually a behind the scenes. I like to write. I like to be on the producing side. So, this is new for me. So I hope that you guys join me on this journey and that you guys enjoy this show. So let's get started. Yep. Let's get to some bizarre news. Okay, so it was Easter, and personally, I spent my day making carrot cake. But there were people out here, and they in New Zealand, and they were shooting bunnies. That is how they decided to spend their Easter. That's very weird for me. I'm into animal rights. I don't like to kill no type of animals. That type of behavior is very kind of axe murderer to me. But whatever you're into. And then, in Spain, you can get out of jail for the whole day in Spain. And Easter, that's a great way to spend the day. I don't know if I would go back personally. I might make my escape plan, but if the people that went back, I guess it's only 12 people. So let me know in the comments how many people, you think went back, because my vote is about maybe half. And then to, kind of finalize the weird stuff that people do for Easter, in Czechoslovakia, they whip their wives. Now that is, I don't know, but please look at this girl because she looks so happy to be getting whipped. I don't know why this girl's happy getting whipped, but you know what? She's into that, and that's her prerogative, I suppose. I wouldn't be down with that, but whatever you're into. So that's the bizarre news going on in the world on Easter. That's how everybody celebrates Easter. Let me know in the comments how you celebrated Easter. Because that's one of my favorite holidays. I'm into pastels. I'm into bunnies. I'm into Jesus, so that is one of my favorite hotels. Call PETA. Yeah, we got to call PETA because I don't know why they're letting these people in New Zealand shoot bunnies. That's crazy. Why would PETA allow that? They worry about furs, but y'all letting them shoot bunnies? Little harmless, innocent bunnies, man. So, anyways, speaking of PETA and fashion shows and watching stuff, let's move into the weekly watch list because this is one of my favorite topics. If you know me, I'm always glued to that TV. So first this week, I was trying to get into Concrete Cowboy. Wasn't my favorite, but I do really appreciate that, they had real people from the Philly Cowboys actually be in the movie. I could appreciate that instead of an extra. They really went to that area in Philly. I didn't know that was a thing either. I'm a Northeast girl. I did not know that we had Cowboys in Philly, but we do have Cowboys in Springfield, Mass. And if you know, you know. So, they were a little bit more developed in Philly. They had like stables, like they was lit. And, it was like more about the story about like of a guy and his son. I was trying to follow it, but you know what? Some things are just not for you. And that was just not for me, but I loved looking at Idris Elba. I enjoyed the acting, but it was just not for me. Personally, I have been binge watching Vampire Diaries again. That has been my thing to do. If you've ever been into like that whole world of Vampire Diaries, the originals, all that, and you're into vampires and werewolves like me, that's like the holy grail right there. Okay. And I'm going back through, and Elena is switching brothers, because I don't know, for people who don't watch Vampire Diaries, it's basically about this girl who got 2 vampire boyfriends and they brothers. And she's switching over to the other brother, and the other brother's my favorite brother. So, I'm happy about that. It's just be a lot in that show. First, it's like vampires, werewolves, witches. Then you got a vampire who's a werewolf too. And it's just like, stuff like that really gets me going, because it means that people are really going the extra mile to create this script. And I'm enjoying that right now. So the third thing that I am into right now is Temptation Island. Now, if you guys follow me on social media, I asked a few people, how do they feel about Temptation Island, and what's going on, and would you go on it? So with that being said, I wanted to jump into word on the street to see what y'all are talking about out in those streets about Temptation Island, how y'all are feeling. I asked Twitter, I asked Instagram, I asked Facebook, and you guys had a lot to say. So I'm going to bring my girl Shel in to talk about what we saw in the streets today.
Hello. Hi, Katie.
Hello, Shel. How are you doing today, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, they was talking in the streets today, girl. Let me pull up the comments, because we got to talk about these. They was in my Instagram DMs going crazy. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, what would y'all do if, would you take your significant other on Temptation Island? Well, first of all, would you?
No, I really wouldn't. I just wouldn't. It's a lot. That, I feel like that's like a death wish for my significant other. Literally, no matter how many secrets you can hold and say, we're not going to do this or we're not going to do that, something will get done. You with 10 beautiful ladies, 10 beautiful men, like, nope, can't do it.
See, now me personally, I'm competitive. So if you told me like, hey, we're going to go on this show, and if you stay faithful to me, I'm going to get you a Birkin bag. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to hold it down. POP, I'm not even looking at nobody else. Like, I'm going to make it happen, But even if he told me, like, I bet you won't stay faithful, I'm very competitive. So I would just have to prove somebody wrong. Now, if he wanted to go on it, I would just be like,
right,
just go cheese. Let's just break up. Take a hall pass or something. Like, we don't need to go on. I don't need my mom seeing me do this. Like, come on now. You got me acting crazy. But anyway, let's see what they saying out in the streets. So somebody said, I wouldn't take myself, but he could go alone. That would kind of take away from the concept, but I get what she's saying, because they, how they watch each other do stuff. So she's like, I would watch from home, like, and see what he's up to.
Is she still gonna get hurt though?
Yeah. Somebody said, I don't want them to hurt anyone. I think that's some type of like spicy threat. What do you think? She's like saying she would kill somebody on that show.
He's gonna stay with me no matter what, so he gonna be hurting somebody.
Right. Miss Lani Noelle commented from Beauty Tutorials Unveiled and said, nah, be done wrecked shop and ruin production. So she said she would shut the whole show down.
Can't do it.
Somebody said, yep, we'd win easily. I love the confidence. Do you? Because I do. I love the confidence. I love the confidence. So I am going to tune into these comments right now and see what y'all are saying, because I just know y'all are talking about. Tanisha said that is a hell no for me. That is a hell no. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know a lot of people that would go on that show. Like, even the people that go on it, but y'all would be surprised. A lot of people make it and they're faithful, and they really talk about how like it helped them grow as a person, just kind of being around that type of temptation, and they walk out. I've seen people get engaged at the end, like, but those are typically people who have been together for like
years.
Yeah, you know, like they're content with each other. Nikita said, how much money is at stake? But you know what the crazy part is? Ain't no money. So these people just choose to go out here and publicly cheat on each other. That's basically what it is.
So there's no money, no nothing?
Nothing. They target couples who have been together a long time and haven't made that step for marriage. They don't, if you're married, you can't go on that show. It's only like boyfriend and girlfriend. But that is so crazy. So, you know, I just kind of feel like when you're going on shows like this and you're playing with each other, you're wasting each other's time. Don't you feel like you're doing that show? Like they wasting each other's time. So, you know, I want to move into our next and final segment of the night. Something that I've been really excited to do. We're going to go into wasting her time. Y'all saw me post about this week. This is going to be a very interesting segment every week because we're going to have different people calling in. We're going to be calling different people. So I'm about to call my boy Jay Disney because he said he would come on tonight and talk to us about wasting her time and we could ask him whatever. So Shel, are you ready to ask him whatever? Because I'm ready to ask him whatever.
I'm ready.
All right. So let's give him a buzz. So while we wait for him to come on, you know, this is segment, you know, I'm not trying to like embarrass nobody or nothing in this segment. I just literally like to ask people what they think about certain topics. I'm always very interested in like how people think. I don't know. Shel, am I not like that? I'm always like that. I'm always asking somebody. I'm always like, well, what made you feel like that? Well, I'm just inquisitive. So this is a great segment for me.
You.
How you doing? Happy Wednesday.
Hello.
Did we lose him?
Nah, I'm here. I see y'all. Y'all see me?
Okay. I don't see you, but I believe you're there, and we gonna get to chatting. So.
All right.
So, what do you think it means to waste somebody's time? That's my first question off the rip.
Somebody, or are we just talking about women?
I mean, in relationship wise, and you are a heterosexual male, so it would be women for you. Yeah.
Wasting a woman's time would be basically allowing her into my life for any purpose that, I mean, let her do whatever she wants in my life. If I got a woman in my life, she got a specific purpose. And as long as she's doing that, she's good. Letting her get outside her pocket and do whatever she want to do, that's wasting her time.
So basically you mean like if you had a woman around and you kind of knew that there was no future between you two and you still kept her around, you feel like that would be wasting her time?
Shit. Nah, if I got a woman around, there's a future. Like we together, we got a future. We doing it.
Mm-hmm. So do you feel like you've ever wasted somebody's time?
Yeah, my own.
I know that's right. But you don't feel like somebody was like more into you, saw a future, and you had already kind of decided like, nah, this is gonna be what it is, and that's that.
Yeah, and I think that's the best way to do it. Relationship, especially with like how it is right now in 2021. So many different cultures and ideas. A lot of people living on social media now. A lot of people don't have their own ideas. So me in a relationship, I think it's important for me to stand up what's important to me and let whatever come into my world come in, and what I can deal with, I can deal with. What I want to tolerate, I tolerate, and what I don't, just nip that in the bud early. And give people opportunity to make choices. You know, nobody's forced to be in anyone's life. So
true.
That's very true. So you try to keep it as honest as you can with all women, so that you're not
wasting my time.
Wasting or theirs or whatever. So let me ask the viewers if they got any questions for you.
Okay.
So what was your last relationship like? Why do you feel like it ended?
me and the mother of my child, co-parenting was difficult to transition into from a relationship into co-parenting was very difficult. So really playing all that out in the relationship stage of me and her. So when it was get that transitioned on the go, it was very hard. So that was my last relationship. I feel like there was a lot of I think the potential of wasted time in the future was worse than what we actually did. Like, I think we handled it how we need to handle it, and we'll heal and move on and be better for our child, and the best I could do on that situation.
Listen, that was very mature of you. That was the most mature thing I think I've ever heard somebody say about their baby mom. So, I really commend you. That was a very nice way to say why you guys split ways.
My next relationship, because I'm definitely moving forward. Yeah, someone that's got their own thing going on for sure, and I feel like the way it's set up right now, like everybody got to have their own thing going on. So I want to be able to easily help, support, or be a fan of whoever I'm in cahoots with, and the same likewise, because everybody's kind of looking for attention and some type of fandom or some type of gotta be.
Dang, everybody looking for fans. That sounds crazy. OnlyFans is a thing. I'm just saying, but to say everybody's looking, you know what? I am looking for fans. I want y'all to watch everywhere.
In not a bad way, but I make music.
I know what you mean. Like, everybody's trying to like get on their shit, and you're just, you want to find somebody that's like goal is to be on their shit.
Word. And I could be a fan of that, and I could have the same respect likewise for my career and the things I'm pursuing.
That's what's up. Speaking of, what do you got going on right now?
I'm an artist. I make music. I'm a musician. I got a dropping on Monday. I drop music every month. Right now I'm working on getting to 1 million streams on Spotify.
Okay. That's a great goal.
Yeah, it just goals. Goal oriented. It's a journey. So just the small accomplishments. Yesterday I got my song, one of my songs put on someone's playlist. So that was like a small win yesterday, something that I was proud of, and just a little motivation to keep going.
That's what's up. So where can the people find you? Like, where can they hear this single? Like, let them know you got the floor. This is your show right now, so you tell the people where they can find you.
Jay Disney. I'm on Instagram. Love that nigga Disney. LUHDAT nigga NIGGA DISNI. Love that nigga Disney. I'm on TikTok, Jay Disney. I just started that journey. That's kind of cool. It's kind of very relevant to the music business. So definitely get with me on TikTok. What other platforms? Really, Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. That's where the music is being distributed. I got merch.
Oh, you fancy as hell. You got merch? My bad. No, sir. I got merch too. So I ain't gonna, this my merch person. Hold on. Wait a minute. Because the Shel is my merch person. Let me be clear.
Okay, Shel. I hear it.
You ever need something custom done real quick? Shel got you.
Caesar's Decor, customize anything.
Definitely gotta get your information. Put it in the comments. I'll tap in.
Yep.
Okay.
But that's really it. Build this music platform.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, thank you for coming on, wasting her time. I definitely put your information in the comments so people can follow you and hear this single on Monday. And thank you for tapping in. Just before we wrap it up, I do just want to give Shel a few minutes to talk about what she does, because like I said, she does custom everything. I mean, I got so much of Caesar's Decor attire in my closet. I'd be like, Shel, look, I just bought this shirt. I need you to do something with it real quick. And Shel, so let the people know what you do.
Well, I customize almost anything. So It could be furniture, it can be shoes, it can be a hat, clothing, whatever it is. My slogan is I customize almost anything for Caesar's Decor. You can reach me at caesarsdecor.org. That's my website, and it's Caesar's Decor on all platforms. That's Instagram and Facebook.
All right. Well, thank you, Jay. Thank you, Shel. Thank you guys for tuning in to What's the Word and being my correspondents tonight. Moving forward next week and every week after that, I'll have one guest throughout the duration of the call. We are getting into, this was just week one. I just want to let y'all get to know me, have a few friends tap in. So we are going to next week have my girl Nicole. She's going to talk about her new blog, Food by Nicole, which y'all can tap into at foodbynicole.com to get familiar before she comes on the show. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 1 of What's the Word with Kay Hickson. It was so much fun. I had a blast. Thank you, everybody. And I can't wait to see you all next week.